Hello, here I am again playing with my JsonForms stuff. So previously you might have seen me generating UI schema for this stuff. What it did was actually, well, now it's considering like the path where I am, and it kind of composes the path where I want to get my UI schema and my data schema and some data in general. So here's my data in GOP, and the way it was done, just to showcase quickly. So in GOP case, which I showcased now, there's my path, and there's my GOP schema, and I was literally taking a UI schema from a specific folder. So this is a UI schema. Let me actually show that. So there's my UI schema, which I hard-coded because it's kind of complicated thing, right? So there's like layers in tabs and stuff, but there's some stuff that was generated, and that's my data schema in a way. So I had the possibility to provide more parameters, which I want to show in dropdown. So there's my dropdown, and that is actually the configurable stuff that the user could have. That's nice. And with all that, I could submit that, and it would just work and provide me some thing. So in case of MD logic, I did something different for now, just to show how not using templates is complicated. So I'm concatenating a lot of smaller strings just to compose a data schema. So the data schema I have here is generated, but yeah, the code is ugly. So what it is I have data schema generated from the markdown definition I have. So when I read the contents of a table, I was able to define which things are input. So these are the inputs. There's my rule with how lines are defined. So this is for inputs, and this right aligned stuff is for output. And in here, when my table was read by the read table, the read markdown table, I am actually iterating through table definition inputs. So this is horrible, very horrible. And for markdown logic UI schema, I set up just one element for a season variable inside that table. So there's a season variable inside table, and it's able to show at least. So if I have another thing in here, and I know for a fact that there's guest count. There we go, we've got another thing, and it should technically give me, yeah, guest count. So cool. It knows that this is a string, and it knows that this is a number. What is lacking for this case is dynamic creation of these parameters. So if you've noticed, I have something that is highly configurable. This is a table. I could provide more tables in the future if I want to. So I need to have a proper way to parameterize this. And this is where the templating approach kind of makes sense. And I want to expand on this topic here I want to use Tera templating that I already used before to generate this with kind of the same approach as here. So what I will do for now is I will copy paste this for now because I'm reading just one table for now. So there's my table, and let me actually call this table contents and table contents for UI schema. All right. After I have read it, I need to make sure it's fine. So this is, oops, UI schema. This is okay. So the T is going to remain as T, and this is table contents. Yes. All right. So it was fine. There's also error something, which indicates it's not fine. All right. And so yeah, this will return something. So when the table was all right, I'm going through this, consuming table completely. How was it used? Oh, it was the name of just table. All right, let's rename it back. Table. All right. So good. I was able to read my table. Supposedly, it's still working. Let's rerun it again and see if my thing is still giving me the same response. It did, so both the table definition file and this MD logic template was provided. What I need to have now, I need to provide a way to iterate stuff in here. So if I go to Tera, Rust, Tera, examples, if there's an example of showing a for loop. Is there a for loop? Blah, 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 filters. Manipulating data. Control structures, nope. Come on, oh yeah, force. And for, this is almost what I want. So this is for HTML templates, but I try to, I want to have parameters. Let's see. I want to have parameters. All right. So P if loop index. So apparently they have a possibility to keep track of index. What is that all about? Loop index. First, last. Oh, cool. So the thing about JSON is that elements should be separated by comma, and there's no comma in case of HTML, and I need to provide a comma if it's not the last item, and this is actually what I want. So let's actually copy paste a control over here. So whenever I step in the loop, I want to render something, and there should be a name. There should be a name. All right. They don't. Do they show a letter? Oh yeah. So this is their way to parameterize. Okay. Hopefully P. I will call it a name, right? And if the current loop is last, whoa. Yeah, all right. So if this is the last, I will just spawn this symbol just to separate my parameters. You don't need to see my face. I'm going to remove this thing and just have it a text, plain text, so that I don't see like squigglies and the formatting is not in the way. All right, so technically what I need to do now is I need to I'm going to just extract the names. Yes, I'll do it like in here, name, so this is a string. Or items in array. All right, this is actually great. I don't need to have this. I'll just go to name in parameters, and I will just provide a list of parameters I want to show. All right, where is my list? I think I should be able to just, let me see, let names equal to table definitions inputs map. All right, what was the Rust way to iterate? Rust vector map into iter map, and then just collect. All right, so this is what I need. Let me actually, so this will be my names coming out map yeah, inputs. This is my inputs map. So the first thing in the first item in inputs monad or tuple was the name. So map. So this is a string. Let me actually have it as name, and the other one I don't care, and just give me a name. I don't need to reverse it, I don't think. Is it correct? Yes, it's correct. So I have my names. It should compile, I guess. Oh, it's name. String. It's a string. Why can't it? Oh yeah, I just solved the problem. So this compiles. All right, cool. Now I need to bring in Tera for templating, and I use that in here. Tera or not. It's a planner here. So in here I need to have this, the logic table. I guess my battery is about to die. So there's my table for set up Tera. For Tera to work, yep, I'm going to copy just that. Oh, and the render. So there's a whole giant thing to copy paste for here. All right, so what's going to happen is I've got the list of my names. That's my names. I collected those into just a vector of strings because those are just strings. I need to add more strings in here. So I'm creating an instance of creating a template for Tera. This is namespace like for Tera to identify, and this is going to be md table UI schema. So Tera add raw template. There's my content. So this is a string containing the template over here. All right. It can fail, possibly. I guess I shouldn't do that. I should just, I wonder if that will work. All right, oh no. All right, F it. I'm prototyping. So this worked. So I created a template, and as my context, just for Tera to be able to read the parameters, I am setting up parameters over here. So parameters 2 is a key for parameters, and the parameter value is going to be names. So UI config is going to be some new string created from all of that. So it is going to take the string, it's going to iterate over stuff over here, create proper controls for properties, and spit out a nice JSON uh, with proper commas in the right place, and I need to return it. And I think that is it. Oh jeez, I hope it works. So it was able to compile at least. Where's my app? Let's clean that. I fucked up. No. UI schema. No. The response is, oh, it's not a proper, it's not a, I messed up. I didn't place the comma at the right place. It did create these, but I guess, yeah, there's not expected string. So yeah, I messed up. So if this isn't last, without recompiling, I guess I can do this. Oh shit. Failed. Oh. If last, oh no. Yeah, I guess I need to explicitly say if last equals false. It's not dead, right? I mean, it's still kicking. Reload. Holy shit. There you go. Now I have more stuff to render and it's dynamic. So cool. Now I have my gulp as dynamic stuff over here. It creates UI based off configuration and variables. I have my MD logic, and it creates my UI based from generated templates over here. Now, as for this ugly shit, I would need to refactor that into templates, but that will be a separate video. Cheers, and see you next time.